Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesigntechtips.com. We got a fun one for you today. We've actually done this before with the slider. If you look at that background image, it's kind of growing at a very slow pace. I've actually got it doing it for 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds it's going to roll back and shrink back up. Now we did this before, but we applied it on a slider to each slide, and it made the title, the text and the button enlarge also. So here's a little trick to get around that. It's really easy to do. So let's get started. I've got this page open here. Let's just kill that preview. Let's just delete this whole thing. And we'll start from scratch. So you can do this on any page, obviously. I've got a blank page here. As usual, Divi puts in a nice blank section for us, the blue tab. I'm going to put in a row. Inside my row, I'm going to put a little gallery module. Now let's select the images we want. Don't want this to be too long. I'll just do 4. Let's select that one perhaps, and these 3. I'm going to roll over to the design here. In layout, I'm going to flip it from grid to slider. And now we've got a slider. Excellent. Well, I want to make it full width and also full screen. So let's click back on our row here. Still in design. I'm going to close out layout. I'm going to go to sizing. Width. I'm going to just type in 100 there. It's already got a percentage selected over here. And this is important. Max width below, you need to put in 100. And also the percent sign or selected on the right hand side there. And then it'll be full width, just like that. That's great, but I've got a gap at the top with my section there. So let's get rid of that. Just clicked on it. I'm in the section now. In the spacing. Padding top and bottom. Let's just put a 0 there. Don't want any padding on the top and bottom. And I want to make sure that our little gallery here is 100% of the viewable height at all times on all devices. So I'm going to click on the gallery. We're in the gallery. In design, sizing just above spacing. I'm going to use minimum height, so on smaller devices, if it needs to, it can get bigger. I'm going to type 100 viewable height, VH. Fantastic. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to duplicate this row. Let's go to wireframe mode to do this so you can see exactly what's going on. Here's our section, the blue. Inside we've got the row with our gallery in it. We've made that row full width. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to get rid of the gallery, and this will now be below it. If I just flip back before I actually put this in. Let's put this row down here. I'm going to add a slider module to it. If I roll down, there we have it. And I'll slightly modify these, perhaps put 1, 2, 3, 4 so you can tell the difference between the slides when they roll around. Let's get rid of the second one. It puts in 2 by default. I'm going to go into the first one here. Background. Well, I'm going to make mine black. I'm going to take the opacity down. So all it does is slightly darken down that image when we flip it on the top of it. Something like that. But it'll just enable the writing to stand out better. Great. So in the text, just going to put a 1 there. Now I'm going to go back, so I'm in the main slider, elements. I'm going to copy that slide. Let's do it 4 times as we've got 4 different images. We'll go into the second one, text. Make that a 2. Back again, a third one. You got it. We're going to make that a 3. And then last but not least, 4th one. Also want to make sure that this slide is 100 viewable height also. I'm going to roll back to the main slider settings, design, sizing. Again, minimum height. 100 viewable height, VH. There we go, perfect. Now here's a bit of fun right here. What we're going to do is we're going to scoot this row over the top of this one. We know they're the same size, and we know they're both full width. So to do that, let's go into our bottom row here. Green tab for the row. I'm going to go over to Advanced and Positioning. I'm going to flip it from Relative to Absolute. It pops it right on top. What Absolute does is it positions whatever you're trying to position, in this case our slider right here, anywhere within the parent, which is the section. So at the moment we've got it on top left, then you can position it where you want. But this is going to work perfectly for me because top left, they're both the same size. So let's make that background grow a little bit. So again, I'm going to flip to wireframe. I'm going to make sure I select the gallery. You can see we're in the gallery. We can switch back there. Over in Advanced and CSS, I'm going to write a little bit of CSS here, and don't panic, it's really easy. To select our slider, all I need to write is selector, S-E-L-E-C-T-O-R. Open and close some curly brackets, and tell it what I want it to do. Well, I want it to animate, so I'm going to say animation, colon, then we'll give it a name. Call it SLG for slow grow. You can call yours what you want, but it wants to be unique. I'm going to have it running for 30 seconds, 30S. I want it to keep going, so I'm going to say infinite, I-N-F-I-N-I-T-E. I want it to be smooth, so I'm going to say linear. Great. Well, now we told it what we wanted to do, we've got to create that animation called SLG. We'll use keyframes to do that, so we write at keyframes, all one word, F-I-A-M-E-S, then the name, SLG, then we can tell it what we want it to do. We've given it 30 seconds, so we've got to decide what it wants to do. Well, I want to make it grow, so it's going to take 15 seconds to grow to a certain size, and then another 15 seconds to shrink down, so that'll be our 30 seconds. So at 0%, basically when the page loads, or beginning of second 1, I'm going to open and close some more curly brackets. I'm going to use transform scale for this. So it's transform, T-R-A-N-S-F-O-R-M, colon. We're going to use scale, S-C-A-L-E. Right at the end of scale with no gap, we're going to put some round brackets. Well, I just want it to be normal size. Now, normal size would be 100%. Let's just copy that from the 0 to our little closing curly bracket there. Control-C to copy. I'm going to drop down one, Control-V to paste. I'm going to say at 50%, beginning of second 16. Put a 5 there. I want it to be 1.1, 10% bigger, 0.1. As you can see, it's already started cycling. It's cycling in there at the moment. There we go, it's cycling out. And I want to make sure at 100%, basically second 30, it gets back to 1 again. So I'm going to comma separate by putting a comma after our percent of the 0 there, and putting 100% also. Perfect. Now if you want to slow it down, you make this number up here bigger. I make that 60 seconds. Still doing it. You can't see it. If you want to speed it up, let's make it 20 seconds. That's pretty noticeable. I'm going to stick with 30 seconds. Well, let's even make it 40 seconds. Compromise a little bit there and adjust to taste. I'll put this little bit of code down below for anybody who wants to copy and paste it, but it's very easy and it's a great thing to learn how to do. And as you can see, that's actually animating, but our text and our content there with the button is staying exactly the same size, so we can flip through if we need to. Well, let's animate these things. Still in the gallery. Going to go to design and animation. Going to roll down. You'll find automatic animation. Make sure you're in the gallery, not one of your gallery slides. I'm going to turn it to on. Let's do every 5 seconds, 5,000 milliseconds. And we need to do exactly the same for our slider here. So if I click on the slider, we're in the slider, animation, automatic animation, and again, make sure you're in the main slider, not one of your slides, because you will not find animation at the bottom if you're in a slide. So we've got automatic animation on. We want this to be 5 seconds or 5,000 milliseconds also. Let's save this. And we'll preview on the front end. They should sync up. And there's our first slide. Second slide. There's one little thing. I've got a little bar at the bottom here, and that's not good. So let's go back. All we need to do is go into our section. We can get to it quite easily by going up to the top here. Here's the section. All I need to do is go to the advanced. Over to visibility. I'm going to hide any horizontal and vertical overflow. Just switch them to hidden. We'll do another save. And let's do a new preview. And here's our first slide. Second slide. And there's no little bar at the bottom there. Perfect. And of course they can click on it, do what they want to do with it. Really nice little thing to have on your site. So we've had a few questions about that lately, about how can we not have the text animate in the button. There's a little workaround for you. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and WebDesigningTechTips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.